it's a great pleasure to welcome you all in the occasion of the official opening of the Egyptian pavilion. The participation of Egypt in the Biennale di Architettura di Venezia is always significant, as it refers to the long history of friendship between Egypt and Italy, as architecture represents one of the deepest cultural bridges. As a matter of fact, the mutual influences in architectural styles of both countries witnessed the very long and shared history that has always linked Italy to Egypt. Art, architecture, trade, Egyptology are some of the various aspects shared by these big two countries around the Mediterranean Sea. A history that doesn't stop, that represents an everlasting challenge, walking toward the future, following the footsteps of our ancestors. Egypt is today represented in its own pavilion with the project The Blessed Fragments that reveals the humble blessings reality of common people, unity, the power of integration, and the emerging balance. But at the same time, they represent a positive potential for a better future and unity that make them one in all and all in one. And may you allow me to add very small paragraph or a small word, Dr. Mustafa, that I'm personally totally and really touched by the concept of the theme of Biennale this year and also our project, our Egyptian project, because it's very human. If 2 years ago, Hashim Sarkis has chosen to the theme of how will we live together, he hasn't known yet that we will face all together this pandemic. So if by this time we needed to understand and to know how can we coexist, how can we understand and complete each other's, I think after the pandemic, this becomes more needed, becomes a necessity to support each other, the solidarity that we have all lived facing all over the world, the same pandemic, the same fear, the same isolation. So after such a long period of isolation, we will have to start learning once again how will we live together. So now I have the honor to give the microphone to our very dear ambassador, His Excellency Ihab Abusria.
Benvenuto, ahlan wasahlan, buongiorno tutti. I would like to welcome you all to the one of the oldest pavilion in the Biennale. Actually, it's the oldest African or Arab pavilion in the Biennale since it was created. I would like to thank all the organizers, Dr. Hiba, of course.
Thank you.
And wish them a successful edition. And I hope you enjoyed the pavilion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let the architect and architecture talk to explain how could you have this great, for myself, I really find it great, and human above all. Dr. Mustafa Rabia, the curator.
First of all, I would like to welcome you in our Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum. And now, buongiorno tutti. First of all, I would like also to thank Ministry of Culture in Egypt to make it happen here. Actually, I'm going to tell you a story, a very short story. When I was studying here in Italy 10 years ago, I usually come to Biennale dell'Architettura every 2 years. And I was really impressed with all countries come together and exhibit their pavilions. And I didn't expect that me and my curator team gonna be present our country. So it was really I'm really happy to be here to represent my country this year after the pandemic. When we look at the main theme, actually I have to thank Hashim Sarkis for this theme because it's really very difficult to represent. How we will live together it's really difficult question.
E benvenuti a tutti voi all'inaugurazione del padiglione Egitto nella 17ª edizione del Biennale di Architettura di Venezia. Mi chiamo Heba Youssef, sono la direttrice dell'Accademia d'Egitto a Roma. È veramente un grande onore e un grande felice di essere qui oggi con voi dopo il difficile periodo del Covid-19. Vi ringrazio tutti veramente di essere qui, dei nostri greci amici, e un speciale ringraziamento al Sua Eccellenza Ihaba Busria, Console Generale d'Egitto a Milano, e sua carissima moglie, nostra amica signora Sahar, e anche al dottore Mustafa Rabia, curatore di questa edizione. I really have the honor and the pleasure to deliver you two messages on the behalf of Her Excellency Professor Ines Abdeldaim, Minister of Culture of Egypt, e a seguire then the message of our ambassador Hisham Badr, ambassador in Rome, who both of them unfortunately couldn't make it, but we are very happy that His Excellency Ihaba Busria is with us. So I will start with the message of our minister. Distinguished guests, this edition of the Biennale that should have taken place last year.
Talk about the pavilion, your feedback.
Everything.
I really like the fact that when you enter and you go through everything, every space you find, like a portrait of you or your family as you come along. I don't know, and it's really cute. Even when a stranger passes through it and you take a photo of it, it's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Buongiorno a tutti. Veniamo da Cina. Sì. Mi piacciono questa mostra molto con questa atmosfera. Sì.
Thank you. Grazie.